once I start playing, it's like I'm just having fun and stuff. Like it's just weird, and yeah, it was just one thing. Like it used to be really bad for me. Like last year, I was playing Street Fighter and stuff in a bunch of tournaments, and I was so like I wasn't playing the way I should play. I was playing like I was in a tournament, like um, but then this, this year, um, playing, I just got used to it because I played in so many tournaments years before. I'll try to get my hands on any tournament that was coming up, like even little tournaments like GameStop, Game Crazy. I won a few tournaments for them too, like Halo and just a bunch of games. I'm a big video game player, and I just had tournament nerves. Even at a GameStop, I was like, oh my god. But this year, for some reason, they just went away. I just got so used to tournaments that they just went away. Luckily, because it helped me out. I think it helped me a lot. Win those tournaments I did and do good at the tournaments I did do good at. Because it wasn't really about the nerves. It was just how good I can do and what character I was playing against. And it was just I had a great time. This year was like one of the best years I had in gaming.
Yeah, for sure. Does the crowd like cheering and reacting to you affect your play at all?
Um, I don't know if some people noticed, but the last two tournaments I went to, I actually started using headphones just to test it out. The crowd doesn't really get to me that often. I just wanted to see if it did have an effect, and sometimes you'll hear like a shout or like the crowd does say something or react where you're like you kind of get like oh damn and but you're still playing. And when I wear the headphones now, it's like you don't really hear anything. So it does help you think more to yourself, like okay, he hit me with this, so it does help you a lot. But really no, it doesn't really have an effect because like even at UFGT when I was like supposedly doing the block infinite, you would hear like oh or oh here he
Yeah.
goes, and I was just like whatever, I'm just gonna do it and just go along with it. So
What do you listen to on your headphones?
I'm basically a really big fan of AC/DC. Like I even have a
Oh
tattoo of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, they're cool.
Even Eric Warda, when I was playing him casually, again, even casuals, like some people take it so serious, like the Stream Monsters and stuff. I was playing Eric Warda. They wanted to see, Cabal at Summer Jam. So we played, and he told me he's all, hey, first match, let's both pick Freddy Krueger. And then I was like, all right. So we did that just to troll a little bit, and then we ended up playing Cabal, and I was listening to AC/DC, and I was like, oh, what are you listening to? And he's all Thunderstruck, and I was like AC/DC. I was like, he's all, dude, that's so awesome. And then we were talking later on that day, and he's all, oh, what character are you thinking to pick up? And I was like, well, I'm playing Reptile a little bit right now, but honestly, I really like Kenshi. Going back to Deadly Alliance, that was my first game that I really got serious with, and Kenshi was in it. So when Kenshi was announced for MK9, I was like, oh man, it's going back to my roots, Deadly Alliance. It reminds me of Deadly Alliance. So I really wanted to get good with Kenshi, and he was all, me too. That's like, he's like my second character I want to get good with. And I was like, really? I was like, holy shit. And he was like telling me, he's like, dude, you're like my brother from the West Coast, man. And I was like, yeah, I know, huh? Like, it was hella funny. And yeah, Eric Warda is just, yeah, he was listening to AC/DC, and yeah, that's what I mostly listen to. I'll listen to AC/DC, sometimes some random stuff, like I'll be listening to probably like a Disney soundtrack or something, like Lion King. Disney has like the best songs, so I'll be listening to like the Lion King, that first opening, the loud ass, thing,
Yeah,
it's like the one, yeah, like
Circle of Life.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, just random shit, but usually just AC/DC because they're like really fun, loud, just crazy. So it just hypes me up. Anything that could hype you up, get your adrenaline going, I recommend listening to. You don't want to be listening to like a slow jam when you're playing, Mortal Kombat, trying to like get all fast paced. I don't think it works out. Like Rio, I asked him, I was like, so what do you listen to? He's all, I listen to like metal and like just blast it and just go crazy, going crazy and just drown everything out. Because he told me after, he's like, when I was in grand finals and I was just listening to my music, when I took off my headphones and I looked back, I was just like, holy shit. Like, I think if he weren't to use the headphones, he would be like a lot more nervous because
Yeah.
he would hear the crowd. But those headphones help you get in the zone, and you just gotta imagine like you're just in your living room and you're like either playing online or against the computer, and it just helps.
Cool.
What's the best Disney movie?
Oh shit, that's a hard one.
I
For
think
me,
it's Aladdin.
Aladdin, I would say Tarzan. I don't know why. I like Tarzan.
Did you ever play
hard.
Aladdin for the Genesis?
Yes, I did.
That was an awesome, awesome game.
Yeah, it was alright. It was cool.
It was better than alright. It was awesome.
Okay, okay. It was alright to me.
I like
I
the
don't know
Little
about
Mermaid.
alright. What?
The Little Mermaid, dude.
No, Beauty and the Beast was the
Mermaid.
best.
I actually have an arcade machine like in my room, and it has all the Genesis games and shit like that, like Super Nintendo and everything, all the arcade games. It's pretty cool.
I'm glad
Name
we
the top 3 Genesis games.
yeah, I'm glad we brought up the Genesis.
Top
And,
Genesis games.
you know, Mortal Kombat was better on Genesis. You know,
Yeah.
Super Nintendo didn't allow those fatalities in the first game and stuff, and it was kind of stupid. And I mean, it was interesting seeing those animations that they made up for the Super Nintendo, but really it was like, dude, you took away from the experience of Mortal Kombat.
Raiden's fatality in the SNES was pretty cool.
Yeah,
He
that is
turned
kind of
He
cool.
turned into the pile with the skull.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty interesting. Wasn't Johnny Cage like he just kicks you or something? His fatality
He
in
stuck his foot into you and then wiggled it.
yeah. Oh yeah, those some pretty lame ones though.
Sub-Zero had the deep freeze shatter.
Yeah, that was he did, yeah. But I heard Super Nintendo their sales didn't really do well as much as Sega, so for part 2, Super Nintendo like let all the fatalities. It goes to show how much power the community could have on like a game's overall outcome and stuff.
So, what side were you on, Nintendo or Sega?
I was honestly on Super Nintendo at the time when I was
No.
again, I wasn't a hardcore MK fan. I barely had fighting games. Honestly, I had Donkey Kong and Mario, you know, the basic,
Yeah.
you know, kid, well, they're not kid games, but, you know, what a kid would have. And I didn't have Mortal Kombat, but I had neighbors that were all into, they kind of brought the arcade feel, because I was about, like, 5, 6 when Super Nintendo was out, and they would bring Mortal Kombat over and stuff, and they brought the arcade feel over, because they knew all the fatalities, they knew the secrets, they knew the hidden characters, so they would bring the arcade feel to my house, and I would play with them like, oh, this is cool. But I never bought Mortal Kombat when I was little. Fighting games weren't my thing when I was little, because when you're little and you can't really go outside when you're 6 or whatever. So, like, I would play one-player games, Donkey Kong. You know, the funnest games to play when you're by yourself. You know, playing at home. Mortal Kombat was mostly a 2-player game. The computer was hard as shit, and I was like 5 and 6. I didn't know how to really play a fighting game. So it just wasn't appealing to me, honestly, unless I was playing with someone else, and So yeah.
Do you remember
Who was
that
the hottest Disney character?
Little
Hottest
Mermaid?
Disney character? Ah man, there's a lot of them. Shit.
Snow White, Cinderella, Belle, Little Mermaid,
Ariel from the Little Mermaid, dude.
Jasmine.
I think Jasmine, for some weird reason, man, interracial.
Oh shit. Awesome.
It's all about, those people. You gotta corrupt them a little bit.
Have you
Yeah.
heard of that, like, in the Disney movies, there's, like, hidden drawings of dicks
Oh
everywhere?
yeah. Me and my friends we see that sometimes. Yeah, there's some hidden shit.
That's
Like in
weird.
Aladdin, when he's talking to the tiger or something, he says something about good teenagers take off their clothes or something like that.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when Tiger jumps on him and shit.
Yeah. He's trying to shoo him away. Yeah.
Well, the big one is that there's a naked chick in one frame of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I think.
Oh, was it Roger Rabbit? Because there was one.
No, wait, it's the mouse one. What's the
The
mouse one?
Rescuers. The Rescuers.
Yeah. There's that
The
one.
Rescuers.
Yeah.
I thought it was Fievel Goes West.
No, it's the Rescuers.
Oh.
I remember that.
And also in Lion King, there's when Simba hits the flowers or something, it spells like sex in the sky or something.
Yeah, I remember that. Little Mermaid, one of the palaces looks like a penis.
Yeah.
So they're, like, brainwashing little kids to go out and fuck.
I know, right? Shit.
That's cool.
I know, when we were playing Mortal Kombat when we were kids, people were the people were all, trying to take away Mortal Kombat and make us watch Disney movies, and Disney movies were just as perverse and bad as Mortal Kombat was.
So, do you guys believe in aliens?
No.
You don't?
Damn, 16-bit.
Well, I'm very skeptical. I would say it's possible there could be, even very likely there could be life on other planets. But if you